Do 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 do. Okay, so Nil, hello.
Nil,
Let's chat.
I did wonder on my way here, well, if you were luring me into an ambush.
Where's the fun in that? Some bandit sprawl would never have done for our arena. But this, much better. There's a sense of drama. So, what do you say? How about
Tired
we try
and
to
chill for
kill
now.
each
Wait
other?
for your dentist appointment. Nice night. I will.
Wait,
What?
you brought me out here to ask if I want to fight you?
To the death. We'll savor it because we only get this one time.
Actually, I don't know what else I expected. I'm, flattered that you think of me this way, but I don't want to kill you.
Don't be hasty. When it's life against death, hunter against hunter, I know it'll come to you.
Is that really what you want, Nil? You know, I don't think you have a death wish. What you have might be worse, but I see there might be a need for you in this world.
I don't understand.
I won't fight you. That's my decision. You can respect it, or try to shoot me in the back as I go.
Then it's over. Your last arrow is the cruelest.
All right. Now we have all of the people for the final battle. Because if you go through all the bandit camps, you do that little quest and you fight him, then he can't join. If you decline, he will show up, if I remember correctly, like right at the very end of the final battle. Or like somewhere in the middle of it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have all of these people. We have them, yep. Although... Actually, we should do the...
America isn't just sick of Donald Trump. America's
What?
getting
No, yo,
sicker.
no. Go away, thing. Stupid ads in Google. Take me to wiki pages and give me political ads? Not acceptable. We have a no politics rule here, Google. Don't you give me ads. Anyway. Yeah, we actually do want to go get the DLC people before we do the final quest. Because I forgot, some of them will actually join you. So... I guess we're going into the Frozen Wilds. We have everyone else. So at this point, it's time for some Frozen Wilds goodness. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Try to keep politics out of chat, and Google's like, hey, how would you like to hear some political ads? Not only are you playing ads during my stream, they're political ads that break my own stream rules. Dang it, Google. All I wanted to know was a little bit of information about Horizon Zero Dawn. Glad you did not shout, hey, Google. So, like, it would be really bad if I was like, okay, Google, hot singles in my area. Would that trigger someone's phone?
No one hunts like the Nuke. What? Or the Nora can handle their bows.
I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
Gaming don't scare me. I didn't
Someone's
Hunter
deleting
just
their
a
search
run from a
history.
challenge?
I'm sorry.
Here we are.
Rip. Oh, man. Okay. Anyway. Frozen Wilds. Good thing the Google only listens to female voice. Yeah, I mean, you know, it probably wouldn't have listened to me anyway. But I couldn't resist. The troll opportunity was just too much. I couldn't pass it up. All right. So we want Blue Gleam. We want quests. Let's look at quests here. We should have. I thought there was a whole section devoted just to Frozen Wilds, but I guess not. I guess it's not its own subcategory, which is a little unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. But either way, we'll get Blue Gleam. We'll go do all that kind of stuff. Me doing a Mrs. Doubtfire impression. Impressions have never been my strong point. So we gotta go that way. Done impressions and accents before. Only certain ones. You know, I've got a couple of impressions that I do, but they're not really like impressions of actual people. They're more like impressions of stereotypes. Like the snob impression, you know? And it could be any type of snob impression. You know, it can be the music snob. Oh, I only listen to the most fun. I only listen to classical music. You know, you got the PC Master Race snob. I'm sorry, the PlayStation 4 only shows in 60 FPS, and I must play in 180. Otherwise, it's not real gaming. You know, that's a snob impression. That's not an impression of an actual person. It's an impression of a stereotype. All right, Black Viper. All right, so we got that Blue Gleam. How much Blue Gleam do we actually even have? I should probably check this. Special items. We have 5. Okay. PC has trouble with 60. It's not a stereotype of every PC gamer. It's a stereotype of certain types of PC gamers. A very specific type, which is the PC Master Race specification snob type. Why does it sound almost British? Because it is a slightly British accent. Not because it's necessarily British, but because, like, I don't know where that came from, but it's like it does have a little bit of a British ring to it, I suppose. That's a Scorcher. Okay. You know what? Perhaps we can get some of this stuff later. We have quests, actually. Let's do quests. We can get the Blue Gleam and stuff as we go along. How goes Horizon Zero Dawn? Very good. Very well. It's going fantastically. If your computer costs more than your car, you may resemble that comment. Not necessarily. For a very long time, I had a computer that cost more than my car.
Protect the sun kingers. What on earth?
In fact, almost every computer I've ever owned has cost more than my car up until my most recent car. But it wasn't because I had amazing computers. It was because I had really lousy cars. I think up until my my Camry that I drive now, I think the most I'd ever paid for a car was like, well, actually the Taurus I paid $3,000 for. And that was the car I had before the Camry. But prior to that, the most I had ever paid for a car was like $1,200. I drove, and the Taurus was still a beater car. It was a 2001 Taurus, but for most of my life, I drove beater cars for like a year or two until they finally died. And then I went out and I bought another beater car, which I drove for a year or two until it died. Yeah, it's just posh. It's just a posh, snobby, uppity accent. It's like partly Frenchish, Englishish, you know, snobby. It's just snobby. It's just a snobby voice. You know, maybe it has a little bit of a British ring to it, but not intentional. Yeah, my Camry, I think, is a 2015. I think it's a 2015 Camry. Which I will drive until... I will probably drive that Camry for the next 10 or 15 years. Like, I will get my money's worth out of that car. There we go. And I didn't buy it new. I just bought it slightly used. You had a paddle car? Oh, that might count. I don't know.
Hopefully not too far.
Maybe it counts. Does that count, chat? Do paddle counts? Do paddle cars count? The little like Fisher Price ones that you like pedal? That counts? Okay. Chat has spoken. They count. It counts as a car.
Sleeping out at that tower. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Ourea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. What can I
Never
do
had a car,
about
can't
these
drive?
towers?
I mean, that's a pretty good reason to
In
not
only
have
a
a
few
car.
weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. It rallies the machines, even repairs them.
That's very true, Zach.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings.
Sometimes
They
I'm on the
belong
road
to
and I'm
daemon.
convinced that I'm the only person
They're
who knows how to
stronger, more
drive.
dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
We get that too, Zach. We get people on the interstate, right? The freeway, the interstate, highway, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it a highway. I don't call interstates highways. I call them interstates or freeways. Right? Multiple lanes. If there's at least 2 lanes and you're on the freeway, the right lane, or I suppose if you're elsewhere, the left lane. 1 lane is the slow lane. 1 lane is the fast lane. If you're going slow, you stay in the slow lane. If you're going fast, you get the fast lane. People do not understand this concept. If you are not going faster than the person next to you, you should not be in the fast lane. It's not a difficult concept, and yet people down here do not understand. I do not get it. It's simple. If you're not passing the person next to you and you are in the passing lane, then you are wrong. Like, how is this a complicated concept for people to grasp? I do not understand.
Might be able to destroy it. Or override it.
I like them apples. Bird. Ah, mistimed that. There goes that bird. I know there's more. Yeah, this is the Frozen Wilds expansion right here. You know what we should do, though, is at this point, let's go to the Shield Weaver outfit.
And stop dancing.
That is not actually a hiding spot. There goes that one. Excuse me.
This tower helps northern machines.
There we go.
But it can be destroyed.
Dead. Deep breath. Oh no. No. It's infuriating. It's the easiest concept in the world to grasp, and yet people do not seem to understand. Or, here's another one. Turn signals. When you turn, you put on a turn signal. And yet,
Now we know how to deal with the machines.
people
in the
just
towers.
don't. What's
Damon's
so
next.
difficult?
Perhaps
You
Ourea
literally,
should meet you
it's
after all.
called a turn
What
signal.
she truly seeks is hope.
It's the
After
simplest
what
thing
I
in the
just saw,
world.
you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great
Blinkers, turn
machine covered in
signals.
blue gleam.
What are turn
Shamans
indicators?
who complete the path
You can call
take
them
a
whatever
piece
you
of it
want.
as reward.
But it's the
you
easiest
make it
thing
that
in the
far.
world to do. All you do
You should
is put
too.
on the signal that you're going to be turning.
You'll have
And you
earned
let
it.
people know, hey, I'm turning.
You said something
yet
about
people are like,
blue gleam at
"Nah."
the end of the shaman's path.
I'm
Crystal
above that.
that builds on the bodies of machines
I
in
don't
the
just,
oldest
I don't just
ice.
turn signal.
We
What's a
Banuk
turn
believe
signal?
it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Ourea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibility.
Especially when
Don't know
merging.
if I can live up to Ourea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Yeah, and bright lights. If you have your
Were you
bright
with
lights
Ourea
on and you're directly
when they
behind
attacked the
someone,
I
you
wish
are
I had
wrong.
been, even with all that happened.
It's not hard.
I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Ourea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
I don't think it has
How do I
anything to
cross
do
this
with penalties. I think it has to do
Go to
with
the ice
stupidity.
rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal. The
Yeah,
final
not a fan of
trial the
LED
young
lights.
shaman's training.
And I'll
Ugh.
find Ourea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up. Somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her... I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Turning into old men? I am an old man. Get off my lawn. Dang kids these days.
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Think we hit a nerve here, push it again. Dang kids. I remember back in my day when I had to buy my own car. I remember when I turned 16 and I could drive. I said, Dad, I want a car. He said, get a job. And I said, Dad, I want to go to college. He said, get a job. Now you got all these kids these days with all their Facebooks and their MySpaces. Twitching on the interwebs. I mean, I don't have a problem with parents buying cars for their kids. I don't have an issue with it. I raise an eyebrow a little bit if they buy their kid a brand new, you know, Chevy Camaro or Mustang or some sort of fancy brand new car. Then I raise an eyebrow a little bit. But like, parent buying their car buying their kids some sort of beater car, like, you know what? Let parents be parents. If they think that's the way they want to do it, like, that's fine. I can understand why they would. You know, they need to. Basically, their kid being able to drive takes a load off of them because they don't have to drive their kid around anymore. You know, maybe their kid doesn't have a job because they want their kid to focus on school. Like, that's fine. You know, whatever. You know, my parents couldn't afford to buy me a car when I turned old enough to drive, but like that's just the situation that they were in. I think if they had been financially able to, they would have bought me some beater car. You know, they got my sister a beater car when she turned old enough to drive. Although, more accurately, they gave her a hand-me-down car and got a new car for themselves. That would be a more accurate way to put it. Which, actually, I shouldn't say that. My parents did give me a car when I turned old enough to drive. They gave me their old, what kind of car was it? I don't know. It was some old four-door sedan. It drove a block the first time I drove it, and then the transmission dropped, and the car was totaled, because it was like 20 years old at that point, and it wasn't worth fixing. So like, well, looks like you're buying a car. I'm like, really? That's just my luck. I forget what kind of car it was. It was some white sedan. Ah, it's gonna bother me now. But yeah, they're like, you can have the... What? Ah, man, what kind of car was that? It wasn't a Sundance. But it had the same, like, front of the Sundance. Chevy Sundance. It was a Chevy something. Chevy sedan. And it was an older one. It was like a 96, I think. A Corsica. It was a white Corsica. That's what it was. It was a 96 white Corsica. And they're like, you can have the old Corsica. We're getting a new whatever. We're getting a new whatever it was they got. Well, it wasn't new. My parents have never bought a new car. They've just bought used cars. But they're like, you can have the old Corsica. And I got in it and drove it for the first time. It went literally a block, and then it went... and it died, and it was the transmission just dropping on the transmission just was done right there. So I drove it for a block. It was my car for 1 block. And then they're like, well, guess you can't have the Corsica. Get a job. I was like, that's just my luck, isn't it? All right, let's go and work on this.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins.
It was mine. By golly, for 1 block, that car was mine. and it was mine. All right, let's see. We probably do want this eventually. Don't need it right now, but we do want that in the future. I think I've been in 2 accidents? 3 accidents? I've been in 2 accidents in which there was actually like a police report filed. I've been in probably like 5 or 6, which were just like a little fender bender that we just, you know, both drivers got out of the car, took one look at the damage, saw that there really wasn't any, and just were like, have a good one. Because that was the reality of living in Wisconsin in the winter. Like, sometimes you come to a stoplight or a stop sign or something, and your car just doesn't stop because the roads are icy, and, you know, you tap someone at, like, 3 miles an hour. Like, that kind of stuff happens all the time in Wisconsin, and probably elsewhere where it's, you know, icy roads in the winter. But I've been in, I think, 2 accidents that were actually, like, air quotes, major. One of them was like shortly after I got my license, and then one of them I got rear-ended by someone who was texting while driving. And then the damage, that was in my first car, actually. Actually, I think they were both both accidents I think were in my first car, and one of them was kind of my fault and one of them wasn't. One of them I hit a deer. Wasn't really much I could do about it. It was so foggy that you could see like 10 feet ahead of you, and I hit a deer at about 10 miles an hour, which is, what would that be, like 1.6, that'd be like 16 kilometers per hour, so pretty slow. But I smoked a deer. And then the other one, I got hit by someone who was texting while they were texting while driving at a stoplight and didn't see me stop because they weren't paying attention, and they pretty much wrecked the back of my car. They bent the bumper on my Mitsubishi at the time just enough that the trunk wouldn't close on its own. So I had, for like the next year that I drove the car, the trunk was like bungee corded shut. Because the car still drove just fine. It just, yeah. Didn't I have insurance? I mean, I'm really going to pay tons of insurance. So the Mitsubishi was a $750 car with 140,000 miles on it. I'm not paying anything beyond basic liability insurance on a car like that. So I had the bare minimum required by law. I would pay more insurance per month than that car was worth. It would take like wouldn't their insurance cover it? They didn't have, I don't know if they had insurance. I don't remember. It was years ago. They didn't end up, I know that they didn't end up fixing my car. But I've, up until this Chevy that I have now, I've never had anything beyond like the basic liability insurance required by law. Because none of the cars that I've owned have actually been worth insuring. Like, it would take like a couple of months of paying insurance to pay more than what I paid for the car. You know, it's just not worth it. So like, I had basic liability, which is basically, it basically covers other people if you hit them. But that's it. I didn't pay, I didn't have insurance to cover damage to my own car. Cause like, it wasn't worth it. You're gonna tell me you're gonna pay out $100 a month or whatever it is to insure a $300 car? Like, totally not worth it, you know? Besides, at that point, you hit a squirrel and the insurance company is like, your car's totaled. You know, we have to replace a screw. That totals the car. Yeah, you know, the car's just not worth anything.
I'm pretty sure
Hey, Shade.
the shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about.
Oh, we see you have a chip in the paint on your door. Your car's totaled. My Camry now has full insurance. Cause that's the first car that I've owned that I've actually considered worth insuring. Cause that's a car that I purchased with the intent to drive it for 15, 20 years versus a car that I bought intending to drive it until it gave up its last dying breath, you know, a couple years later.
Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions.
No, I haven't really looked at Temtem. I've heard of it. I just haven't really paid any attention to it.
Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave. What's this chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. Yep, focus can pick up the chimes. Should help me find my way.
Nice. Supply crates over here. There we go. Aloy looks cold. Aloy probably is cold.
Dead end. But at least there's stuff.
Is this not where we're supposed to be going? I guess not. Oh, this looks promising, though. Question is, how do we actually climb up? Let's see. So there's a chime. So I guess... Ah, there it is. Sneaky. That way. Aren't there stalkers in this cave? I feel like there are stalkers in this cave.
Another marker. Good. Okay, that way then.
This way? Back the other way, huh? This looks like it. Up we go.
Not this way. But then, where? I see. Up.
Up we go. Poor internet connection today. Rip.
Stalkers. Okay. Through here.
You know we're gonna have to fight them at some point. Guaranteed. Not that we can't take them, but
This isn't the way out. Some gear, though.
demonic. Makes it a little harder. Oh, looks like we found the other one. There goes one. Okay, run. Oh wow, we're actually hurting that. There goes your cannon. Ow. Run, Aloy. Thank you. Got him. Done. Whew. Oh, it explodes. And here all this time, I thought it just alerted them. Okay, that's fair. Now, where are we supposed to go? That way. Maybe. This way. Here we go. Do a little climbing. Shimmy on up and out. Looks like it.
The cave. So what's next on this path?
Nice. Oh, I remember this as well. There we go.
So how do I cross this one? Down. Then down it is.
I remember being stuck here for a
Where's the
while
way?
when I played this the first time. I do not recall why I was stuck, but I remember being stuck. All right, have a good night, Zach. Always good to see you.
I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Okay, so there's that. Is that it? Did I get all the pigments on my previous playthrough? Yes, I have. Yeah, I think I got all the blue gleam, all the pigments, and all the little animal thingies. Now, really? Tell me you're not starting me all the way back at the beginning of the cave. Because that's kinda nonsense. Yup. Means I probably have to fight the stalkers again. Yep. Maybe not. Maybe they are considered dead. Easy way to find out. Any stalkers? Doesn't look like it. The mine was laid by a stalker. So we'll be fine. Looks like the stalkers aren't actually here this time.
There we go. Hopefully out of this cave.
Here we go. I feel like there should be a campfire like right here.
So what's next on this path?
Like a little checkpoint.
What does this fruit look? Looks like it needs some sort of
Come on.
this one.
There we go. Excuse me. Actually, you know what? I think I remember why I was stuck here for a long time. I think I was stuck here because I was trying to get to the pigment, and I wasn't doing this quest,
I need to
and like there
pull the
wasn't a
rope
way to do
move
it.
This thing into position.
I think that may have been what it was. Like I was trying to...
Made it.
There we go. Okay. There's all of that. There's also supposed to be a blue gleam here somewhere too, but I think that's later. Wait on the bridge. Go. Not too shabby. Run off this way. Okay, almost didn't make that. be a great time to climb up here. That is one of the gorilla thingies.
There's definitely something new out here.
That's not a scorcher.
And I don't think it's friendly.
Those things are real hard. Don't see it. We are going the opposite way for blue gleam. If there is a blue gleam thing to get. But
I'm pretty
also,
sure I'm going in the wrong direction.
can't go that way. Okay. Well. Go that way. Okay. There's also a way down here. There's also a campfire up there. So tell you what, let's go to the campfire. Once we get to the campfire, then we can worry about the rest. Was she talking to us or herself? Both. She was talking directly to you and also directly to herself. All right, campfire discovered. Wait, does that eliminate my shield? I guess so. It does.
It's overloaded. I got a pulse from the tower.
Interesting. Basically, the game's saying, stop wearing your cheaty shield weaver armor.
It's bringing right towards those machine hounds.
Hello, Lilo. That'll be a really good time to take some cover. Hey, boy. That thing's big and nasty.
Gonna have trouble reaching that tower to overload it.
Demonic Frostclaw. So this shield weapon is not going to be useful at all in this fight right now. We're going to switch over to the Nora Silent armor. Because we need to take the tower out. There we go. We can do it from here. It's a much better angle.
I guess we're doing this, big boy.
Come on, get rid of the shield thingy. There we go. There goes that. So now this guy sees me. Hold on. What? Does Gorilla Boy have any weaknesses? Frostclaw. Weak to fire, strong against freeze. He has a freeze sack and a freeze unit. So if we blow those up, we'll do big damage to him, and then he's got a power cell over here, which is weak to shock and tear. So, with him being all weak to fire and stuff, I think that would be a great time to light the boy on fire. Oh, he hits hard. Holy goodness. Okay. Back to outfits. Shield Weaver. Pop a heal. Whoa! What hit me? What hit me? Oh, that's right. He's got the ice spikes thingy, which can just hit you from anywhere. Forgot about that. Not to say we can't do it. What system? PS4. This is only on PS4. It's a PS4 exclusive. it's kind of a bear gorilla. It's a barilla. Terrible.
Felt that.
There we go. Got him.
Scary new machine. Done. Now back to finding
Ooh,
the
all right.
which means we're gonna climb.
Yeah, very angry bear thing. Bear gorilla thing. Real scary. Not gonna lie. They hit real hard. There we go. 50% bear, 50% scary. Or 50% bear, 50% gorilla, 100% scary, and 100% reason to remember the name, right? Exactly. Is there a story? Yes. Yeah, this game actually has an absolutely fantastic story. Like, that's one of the things that makes this game amazing. Is the story and the world building. Almost level 60? We're getting there. Okay. So, let's pop up here and talk with whatever the person's name was, the shaman lady. Mrs. Wells, is it that late already? Oh no, I guess not. Thank you for the raid, dear. Welcome.
There's frost between my teeth.
Do a little shimmy. Just kidding. We were supposed to shimmy more. More shimmying is required. Thank you for the raid, dear. Welcome, raiders. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. This looks like a rather destroyed and broken bridge. You may want to consult your architects. I'm pretty sure that's not up to code. There we go.
This must be the shrine Naltuk was talking about.
Look at that. Brought us all the way
I
back.
should take some blue gleam. Sparkles.
There's the blue gleam. That was supposed to be like... Oh, maybe that... Maybe not. Either way, it's fine. Shimmy shammy. Exactly.
Naltuk said Ourea went past
You
the
understand.
shrine into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs.
Excuse me.
An ancient door. Maybe Ourea's inside.
Anything nifty around here for us to... Oh, yeah, look at that.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16
Look
hours
at
in
that.
here trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy. I should just go to bed.
The cha-cha slide is now in your head. Oh no. What have I done?